Hi, my name is Katie. Welcome to Gwen Cat, a show where I talk about whatever. I just filmed the whole intro, and then I realized that I didn't introduce us. So I had to do that, because what if you didn't know? But now you do, and that's really important. If you know me, you know two things to be true. One, I have not only crippling, but also raging ADHD. And two, I love me some arts and crafts. But for some reason, my brain won't let me commit to having one or two artistic pursuits passions? Oh my gosh. The LEDs aren't on. What kind of frat bro host would I be if I didn't have my LEDs on? Wait, I have an idea. What would you do if I was there? No, this feels wrong. That's a lot better. I feel more like me now. As I was saying, for some reason my brain cannot handle having one or two artistic things that I'm really good at and really passionate about, that I've spent a lot of time perfecting and getting right and being good at. I have to have a million different hobbies, that all of which I'm only mediocre at. One of them I'm good at. We'll talk about that later. So instead of being good at something, I try a million random hobbies, spend hundreds of dollars at Michael's, and leave with a mediocre knowledge of whittling and the fiber arts. Because of this lack of consistency, I never got that good at any of these. I'm very surface level, beginners. I don't know why I want to say newbie gains, but for arts and crafts. So I'm not able to talk about any of these as an expert, but what I am an expert at is trying and being bad at things. So I'm taking my extensive knowledge of stupid crafts and bestowing it onto you so that you too may be able to experience the joy of trying a million things and spending your entire paycheck at Michael's craft store. So without further ado, here are my top hobbies and crafts that I have tried, purchased, and sent to the gulag. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about was wood carving and whittling. Why did I take that up? I don't know. That's not for me to know, I don't think. But my dad is the same way that I am. He just picks up all of these random hobbies, spends as much money as you possibly can on them, and then they never see the light of day again. So we had some tools, we had some wood, and I was inspired and I wanted to get into it. So I decided that it was time to take up wood carving because I'd seen a couple videos and I was like, I want to make little figurines. I think I'd be good at that. I think it's cool. So I did. The first day I tried to use regular wood, and that went really badly because you can't whittle regular wood. It's really hard. I was also using a dull ass pocket knife, so that didn't get me all that far. So I decided that the next day I had to go to Michael's craft store and I had to make a few purchases. Don't worry, I had a 50%, no, I lied. It was a 20% off your whole purchase coupon. I like the 20% off your whole purchase because a lot of the times I feel like I'm getting enough things that it's more worth it to get instead of the 50% off one item. If you know, you know. But anyways, so I purchased some things. We'll do an unboxing of my craft, of my whittling bucket, which I also bought because it was Easter. So first are things that I didn't buy. I hate touching sandpaper, my teeth already itch. Oh, hey Marty, do you want to come up? Do you want to be in the podcast? This is the other cat. He's a really good boy. His name is Marty. Thank you, Marty. Marty's my boyfriend's cat, and Gwen is my cat. He's walking his butt all over the table, making it shake. So the first thing is, oh God, I still hate touching it. It's like there's an earthquake under you. So first thing I have is sandpaper. Ugh, I hate the fine grit. Sorry, this whole situation is shaking, but it's just gonna have to be how it is because Marty's here. He's got a big butt. Oh my God. This is just a bag of my antidepressants that I must have brought home and forgot about. Well, that's really good to know I have. Next is also catnip. I don't know why this is in here. This is yours. Sorry, I have to take a Marty petting break because he's just so good. Ooh, the Vaughn's weekly ad came out. That's great news. Anyways, back to it. So next I was like, I need real tools and I need real blocks of wood. So I did that. I got a little bag of wood. Some of it I've started carving, as you can see here. What is this? I don't know what that could possibly be. Wait, let me do the thing. I think that actually worked. I have no idea what this could possibly be. Who knows? Who knows? I honestly, in the same way that like, you ever write something and you're like, I have no recollection of writing that. That's how I am about most things. Things that just like, I also never took the tag off of this. Things just like show up in my house and I have no idea how they got there. It's not my place to know. I don't need to know. I just realized I have something that belongs to my dad. The OG carving knife. Do I get not demonetized? I'm not monetized anyways. I don't think I get in trouble for this. It's a knife. It's a carving knife. It's just like, you know, you do whittling with it or man activities. I don't know. It's my dad's. He lent it to me, but I also have a knife. Look at how slick that is. It's awesome. The only problem is it does just like close, so it's a little dangerous, but it is super cool. So I was like, I need tools. I need the correct knives. So once again, I bought some. I bought 10 of them. That was scary. Anyways, I have all the knives that you need. So in addition to that, I also got really into like just like doing wood crafts in general, and I made a purchase at the Target dollar section, which is always the best place to make purchases. I got one of their little mushroom houses and I painted it all cool. Like, I didn't do like the middle. I might. I mean, I don't really know what to do with this. It's super cute, and sometimes like I kind of want to like switch off like what is up there, just because I think that's fun and cool and interesting. There's also a plant up there that I put up yesterday. Did it without a drill because I'm goated. We'll see if it stays. Yeah, I do need to paint this. The only problem is the brush they gave me is about this big. It's like one of the little red ones. So I'm doing what I can with what I have. The final item and very important thing that I have for wood carving. I'm a bit of a klutz. The day that I started trying this, I cut my hand. And my dad was like, no. So he ordered me a cut glove. Marty really wants to be up here, I guess. If you can sit down, you can stay. Anyways, so my dad got me this cut glove to help me out. It's awesome. So you put it on your non-dominant hand. Wait. Yeah, so I have my cut glove. So I have my like little knife in one hand and I'm like, shh, shh, shh. And I hold the thing in the other hand. Now, it's actually serendipitous that Marty's here because the first thing that I whittled was him. I made this tiny little cat. We'll do a little 360. Ooh. Because that's how he sits. He sits like that. It's you. But I did it in like, I basically did nothing else but whittle for like 6 hours straight, and then the next day probably did another 4 hours. And it was great. And then I like haven't touched it again since. Actually, that's a lie. I made a mushroom. It was actually really good. I'll have my mom send me a picture of it because it's not with me. It's at home. Anyways, so that is whittling. Next. I love stationery. I love stationery so much. I actually have more stationery that I forgot to bring over. One sec. I've returned. Oh, hi, Marty. There's new things he needs to smell. One sec. Anyways, stationery. I freaking love stationery. I love stationery. I love stationery so much. I have for a while since I was a freshman, and like the study blur thing was happening, and like the super aesthetic like notes and note taking, and I consider that an art. It certainly felt like one to me. Okay, now Marty's biting things. He's not being helpful anymore, I fear. I got obsessed with Muji, which I actually got to go to recently. It was awesome. I really got into like pens, especially like Japanese stationery was like awesome. I got a lot of the mild liners. I got mild liners like right when they were becoming cool. I felt like so special. I've also spent a lot of time in Daiso. If you don't know what Daiso is, it's like a Japanese dollar store. It's amazing. I actually really want to go, except I yesterday had negative $80 in my bank account and I just got paid today, so I should probably not do that. It's tough when you're me though. I love spending money. Sue me. Anyways. So I have amassed over the years quite a collection of stationery. I don't have it all here because I live with my boyfriend. So all of it's at home. Not all of it, a good amount of it. The older stuff that is like filled notebooks is with my parents. So I wanted to show you a couple of the things that I have. First, everything Rhodia. My aunt is a doctor and her favorite notebooks are Rhodia. So I trust her. So this is what a Rhodia notebook looks like. They're so cute. On the back, it has like the they're the specifications of each notebook. The pages, I had one of these for class, and the pages are so thick, and they're like a little glossy, but not so much that it's difficult to write with. So this is like a regular like lined paper. It's getting vanished to the stuffy zone. Stuffy zone. This one I used for school. This is like all like Soviet Union class notes. Let's see. That's some history class right there. So I love the notebooks so much. There's a store in Cambridge, Massachusetts that has really good stationery. They have such good stationery in Boston. Oh my God. I also really liked the containers. This is a designed for arrangement brand pencil case. It has a couple compartments. So there's these pockets here that you can like put stuff in. I put like the little sticky notes on that I literally ever use them. And then there's another one right here. You could put something important. This is a big pocket, and then these are for pens. And yeah, there's little pockets in the front. I never used them because I was like worried that stuff would fall out, and it probably would have. Little bonus item before we get into the other stuff. I recently bought this because I saw it on TikTok, and sometimes I have a little moment. Oh, he's on the move. Oh, he just did such a big stretch. Oh my God, he's doing the same thing. He's doing the thing. Marty, you're awesome. So next I want to move on to some stickers. I really like stickers. I don't have a ton, but I have a few. These are all from Daiso. So first is these dinosaurs. I think they're great. I really like them a lot. I have these otters. I recently put one of these on my boyfriend's wallet, and it's like, it's us. Next, this is also one of my favorites. It is a marine life like booklet. But yeah, look at these. That's awesome. I love this. This was probably like $2. I think that's an awesome deal for all of these stickers. Next is these whales. I haven't actually used any of them, but I haven't actually used any of them yet, but I find them to be super cool. Next are these little sushis. I have, as you can see, used quite a bit of them. I think they're really special and I like them a lot. Finally, I haven't used these ones really either, but they're like schedule stickers. And I think they're really cool. If I use that planner, I'll finally crack open these stickers. Probably not. I also have some washi tape. I bought a bunch of these like little flashcard holders. Okay. I'm glad you're interested and engaged. Why don't you sit down? You can smell them, Marty. You can smell them. You can smell them. It's fine. I'm gonna let you smell them first before I show anybody else. Oh, it's R-rated content, Marty. But anyways, my washi tapes. I have 4 of them. Avocado, tangerine, underwater ocean life. It's hard to kind of see, but it's really cute. Trust me. And then these little dogs. They're literally so cute. I love them so much. Okay, you don't need to get up and smell everything. You already smelled this. Well, maybe you can use your words next time like a big boy. Like, I don't know if you heard that thud, but Marty has left the counter. Finally, I want to talk about my pens. I really like pens. As you saw, Alright, these are like my main pens. Do you want to smell them? He approved. My favorite, like, just regular everyday pen. The .38 Black Pilot Juice. I used to have like a big pack, the multicolored ones, but I like, oh, no being on the, I'm gonna have to rename the podcast after you, bud. Okay, now he's chewing on my examples. Oh my God, my disc is almost full, guys. Anyways, we'll make this quick. Rainforest Cafe, Stabilo, I think they're Italian. Muji, Click, gel pens, .3. We have to move on. Okay, the final and biggest craft, the one I've like actually stuck with, is fiber arts. So both of my grandmothers knit, and one of them tried to teach me, but like she cast on for me, so I never learned how to cast on, and this was like before I could go on YouTube. Sorry, water break. So yummy. Refreshing. So she like taught me how to knit, but I didn't know how to cast on. So there was like nothing I can do. And if you don't knit, casting on is a process of getting the stitches onto the needle so that you can stitch them. It's like kind of like an intimidating thing, but it's not actually that difficult once you start to do it. It's just hard to start. It's one of those things where once you get it, you have it down. But I digress. But my mom has always crocheted, and I wanted to crochet so bad, but I just, for some, I have an essential tremor, which isn't that bad right now. So it was really difficult for me to maneuver the hook with the knitting. I could like rest it on my body while I did it, but I couldn't do that with the crochet. But recently I was determined. I was like, I gotta figure this out. I need to do it. Sorry, but I'm gonna keep you out. Just onto the floor. He's such a silly little boy. So I was determined, and I borrowed my mom's book. Sorry, I have to get up again. But I was really determined. And so I grabbed this book from my mother's house, and it's actually very helpful, especially good for different stitches. Obviously, the starting out part, I find it much easier when I was learning how to knit and crochet to watch videos, because you can just kind of follow, you can make it slow and you can follow along, and it's really great. I had to cut because I forgot to do the pens, but now my desk is almost full, so I feel like I have to go fast. So I really took up granny squares, which obviously my ends are severely not sewn in. I could have sewn them in while I was doing it. I didn't know you could do that yet. But there's a couple different ones that I made that I really liked. These ones. Marty! He's such a hooligan. He just moved the camera. No. A lot has happened in the past couple of seconds. For starters, Marty was rubbing his face against my iPad, which is what my camera is glued to. Okay. So, Marty moved the camera. I don't know if it's in the same place. It doesn't matter at this point. And my computer ran out of storage. So I had to spend approximately an hour uploading things to Google Drive so I could delete them off of my computer to make room. So that's where we're at right now. I also ate breakfast and had TikTok time. I think I stopped recording around 9. It's 10:20 at the moment. So we're just gonna keep going. I believe I was talking about crocheting, but the one craft that I have been good at consistently since my freshman year of high school is knitting. I love to knit, and I'm pretty good at it. Guys, it is not my morning. No, actually it is. Today belongs to me. So I watched videos from this YouTuber, Shandy. I'll put her video up. I think it's like, I can't remember exactly what the name of her channel is, something having to do with fiber arts. But I finally learned how to cast on. And because I learned how to cast on, I was then able to do knitting. And so I need to do something about this. Considering this is the one hobby that I've actually stuck with, why is this my method of storing my needles? So I have all of my needles. I also have this. Is that on? Sure is. I love this thing. You can check your needle size in it, check your gauge, which I don't do. I also have these. These go on the end of your needles for when you're traveling, which is awesome. So I was like, what pieces of knitting do I want to show you guys to like give you an example of what I do? And I really love to make hats. If you know how to knit, making hats is easy because you use these fun circular needles it's a circle. Literally the stitches for the hat are all in this circle. It's awesome. I love it. So I like to make hats because I tried to make a sweater and it didn't go well. It was really ugly, and I was trying to sew the pieces together and it didn't go well. I just gave up and did it really messy. So all of the time I spent on it was ruined. But that's okay. I wanted to show you my favorite set of hats that I made. They are 3 Halloween hats. So every year I make pumpkin hats, usually for me and my father. So this is one of my pumpkin hats. There's a lot. I've made better pumpkin hats, but I like this one because I don't think, made one with the jack-o'-lantern face on it. I wish the stem was bigger. I usually like it to come down about here-ish. My next hat is a candy corn. Model this one as well. I do wish that the top was a little pointier. It's only pointy because my ponytail is right here, but I love this one. It's super simple if you're looking to get into making fun hats. This is a great choice. And finally, this one was made using the Fair Isle, not method, technique of knitting, where you use different colors on the inside and you bring the thread yarn along. But this is my ghost hat. Isn't that swell? I'll put it on as well. So this one is awesome. I actually haven't really worn this in a while. Maybe I'll start wearing I'm about to be a senior in college. I don't care about what people think. Maybe I'll just start wearing these all around campus. Maybe I'll make one for every season. That'd be so cool. I could totally do that. Oh, now I want to start knitting. But it has a spider web on it. The top, as you can see, whenever I cast off, I must have not sewn it tight, this part of it tight enough. But I've made so many hats. I have made a cable knit hat, which is very hard. I made my boyfriend and I, I don't want to I'll go get it really fast. Ho, 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 Merry Christmas. I made us matching Santa hats because we were going to his family's having a Christmas party. I also will say these are all these were all inside. I think they're just from the pom-pom. I literally made 2 of these in 6 hours, which was very difficult, and I literally did nothing but that because I was making them the day of, but I digress. So that is a summary of some of the arts and crafts that I have given my soul and wallet to. There are more. I got really into painting in the beginning half of high school, but literally all of that stuff is at my parents' house, so I wasn't gonna wait. Was I at my parents' house yesterday? Yes. Could I have remembered to grab it? Maybe. But I didn't, and I'm not in the business of blaming myself for anything. Anyways, if you have done a craft that you picked up and put down real easily, let me know. I love crafts. I love to hear about other people's crafts. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!